Area along Duyung Beach, Sanur, to become park and public facilities, not a hotel. And TransNusa Air to connect Bali and Perth. Good news for Australians from Perth, I guess. I've never flown TransNusa Air, so I couldn't tell you. And stay tuned for these and other stories. Selamat pagi. Welcome to the latest news from Bali and Indonesia. This is January 17th, 2025, and my name is Bruce. And what is the weather like today here in Singaraja? Well, it is very overcast and not really too windy, 6.4 kilometers per hour. The temperature is 29.4 degrees at 9 o'clock in the morning, and the humidity is 74%. And 2 days ago, right after I did my last video, wow, we had enormous storms, not just here in Singaraja, but all over the island, and a lot of damage, and I'm going to be talking about that in one story. So it is Friday. Let's get into it. Duyung Beach Management City Government of Sanur. Okay, that was the title there. I changed it to start off the video. But this is some changes down in Duyung Beach. Dozens of buildings that were previously cafes and restaurants in Duyung Beach, Sanur, have begun to be vacated and covered with zinc. Big fence there. The area will be arranged by the Denpasar city government to be used as a park and public facilities. What kind of public facilities? I'm not sure. I'm thinking one, toilets maybe? Maybe playground for the kids? I'm not sure. It doesn't say what public facilities are. From monitoring, Wednesday, 2 days ago, fencing was carried out starting from the entrance of Duyung Beach to the south to the Bali SAO Bali restaurant. This closure was even widely circulated on social media, and it was said that a hotel would be built. I saw a lot of comments about that in some Sanur forums on Facebook, but according to the government, no, it is not a hotel. The place was once in the spotlight because the building materials made the area look shabby. But finally, the Denpasar city government chose to close it with a zinc fence and some favorite restaurants and cafes of people, and so they were upset. Interan traditional village head Gusti Agung Alit Kencana said the traditional village was not involved in the matter. Asked the mayor directly, he said the mayor has a policy. We don't know at all. The traditional village is not involved there. Communication skills. Meanwhile, when confirmed separately, Denpasar Mayor Gusti Nurajaya Nagara said the area will be arranged by the government. Later, the area will be used as a park and public facility. Jaya Nagara added that this arrangement is planned to begin in the 2025 revised budget. The plan is to make Sanur more beautiful without the cafes. Well, some people like that, some people don't. Just have to see how this turns out. And, well, a government plan. How long will it take to do that? We'll just have to wait and see. But good news, no hotel, at least for now. And what about transportation? No, nothing on buses, nothing on airports, nothing on LRTs, nothing on speedboats. TransNusa Air to connect Bali and Perth. TransNusa Air has announced a new air service operating between Denpasar and Perth on 20th of March, 2025. That's when it will be starting. The new flight will operate 3 times a week with one-way tickets starting at 1,799,000 rupiah per person, and that includes 15 kilograms of luggage. The new service will depart from the airport here in Bali at 9:10 in the morning and land at Perth at 12:50 p.m. local time. The return flight departs Perth International Airport at 1:35 in the afternoon and will land in Bali at 5:20 p.m. All times listed are local. The flight will operate 3 times a week, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Saturdays, using an A320 Airbus aircraft configured to carry 174 passengers. As I said, it will start on the 20th of March and increase on the 12th of April to 4 times a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Current plans are for the service to become daily on the 1st of June this year. So if you are one of those many people from Perth that like to come into Bali, maybe this will give you another option in terms of airlines. I'm not sure which airlines fly from Perth anymore. That's been a long time since I've been in Perth. But if you know anything about this airline, leave a comment below. And some more non-cash parking systems, this time at Kuta Beach. Acting Regional Secretary of Badung inaugurates operation of non-cash parking system in Kuta Beach parking area. Acting Regional Secretary of Badung Regency inaugurated the operation of non-cash parking system at the side parking area of Skate Park in Kuta Beach on Wednesday. This non-cash parking machine is a grant from Bank BPD Bali to the Badung Regency government. Acting Regional Secretary of Badung IB said that this is a form of cooperation between the bank and the Badung Regency government, where the use of non-cash parking machines in Badung Regency is a government asset. It was further explained that the Badung Regency government is committed to prioritizing integrity in the management of that asset. So with the use of cashless, it reduces the use of cash so that all existing income goes directly into the system. After that, it is divided according to the cooperation agreement with Kuta Traditional Village, where 60% is given to the village to be used for beach management, including for salary payments and operations, and the remaining 40% goes to the Badung Regency government. The acting regional secretary also mentioned that the use of cashless or non-cash machines in the Kuta Beach parking area is the first and will be continued in various places in the Regency. It was further explained that the Badung Regency government is reviewing the implementation of cashless system for users who park along the beach road so that there are no more cash levies. The Regent and Deputy Regent, together with the Badung Regency DPRD, strongly emphasize reducing the use of cash. This is because the Badung Regency has just received the title of Anti-Corruption Pilot Regency by the Indonesian Corruption Eradication Commission. So we want to realize a corruption-free Badung with the implementation of cashless, and also with the use of cash, there will be no more leakage from our income. No more leakage from our income? That's government speak for people taking the cash and putting it in their pockets instead of giving it to where it's supposed to go. Okay, now let's get back to weather. I was talking about weather at the start here. Floods, total paralysis of vehicle traffic on Kubu Highway, Amlapura-Singaraja route. Yeah, that was a mess there. Flash floods occurred again in Tianyar, Kubu district, on Wednesday. The overflowing water closed the main road access from Amlapura to Singaraja. This condition caused traffic flow to be completely paralyzed. Kubu councillor Inyoman Musna Antara revealed that the flash flood occurred around 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday. At that time, the rain was still heavy. At that time, you could not pass the road. Completely paralyzed, he said. The traffic jam reached 2 kilometers. He said, my car was parked. I was picked up by a relative on a motorbike. He said flash floods in the Kubu area, such as Tianyar and Tulamben, a popular diving place, have become regular occurrence during heavy rain. Water from the Tukagling River increases until it overflows onto the streets, carrying rocks, trees, and sand. Every rainy season, it's like this, he said. The water source is probably from the mountains above. In the near future, his party will coordinate with the road office to immediately find a solution. At least a box culvert will be built so that there's space for the water to flow when it rains. At least it doesn't keep recurring this way. Moreover, this is the rainy season. A solution must be found immediately. Meanwhile, head of Bali BPBD, Karangasem, said, reflecting on the previous year's flash flood, that the flash flood was likely caused by several factors, among them river sedimentation and blockage of water flow. We will review it first with the relevant agencies, he said, and maybe there's a study in the future for this. And one final story. This is about FMD, foot and mouth disease. Bali allotted 17,000 doses of FMD vaccine. The Bali provincial government will intensify vaccination as an anticipatory measure to prevent the reemergence of foot and mouth disease on the island of the gods. The central government has allocated 17,000 doses of the vaccine to Bali this year. This was conveyed by the head of Bali Provincial Agriculture and Food Security Service on Wednesday. FMD has reemerged in several areas such as West Java, Yogyakarta, Central Java, and East Java since the end of 2024. For this reason, the Bali provincial government has intensified education, vaccination, and spraying. Pak Sunarda said that currently the 17,000 doses of vaccine have been received and will be used for the implementation of vaccinations this month. He said that Bali had a history of FMD infection in 2022. You may remember that. I talked about that back then. Referring to the case data at that time, 556 cows were recorded as infected. Of that number, 553 were conditionally slaughtered and 3 cows died. Sanur said at the time, Bali was able to quickly resolve the FMD case and appreciated his help from the central government. As of August 1st, 2022, Bali has 0 reported cases of FMD. Sanur hopes for support from the central government and all components of the society so that the 2022 situation does not recur and Bali is able to maintain 0 cases. The population of FMD vulnerable animals in 2024 in Bali, 390,081 cattle, 796 buffaloes, 41,498 goats, and 409,616 pigs. A lot of animals. Regarding the FMD vaccination program, as of October 31st, 23,000 have undergone the 6th stage of vaccination. For the 2025 vaccination program, they're targeting 169,700 animals, which will be vaccinated in stages in January, February, March, July, August, and September. The obstacles to FMD control in Bali, namely the dynamic population due to inter-island traffic, resistance from farmers due to concerns about post-immunization adverse effects, limited human resources, and budget support. Meanwhile, the Director General of Animal Husbandry and Animal Health of the Ministry of Agriculture said that he appreciated Bali's progressive steps so that it managed to achieve 0 FMD cases. Bali is considered one of the cattle source areas that can send livestock throughout the archipelago. It's hoped that Bali can be a role model for other regions in efforts to handle and control FMD. Moreover, if it can maintain 0 cases, he's optimistic that Bali will soon enter the green zone for FMD transmission. Farmers are asked not to hesitate to include their pets for vaccination. In addition to preventing FMD transmission, vaccination will also increase the economic value of cattle because this is a requirement for animal traffic between regions. And that is it for today. It is Friday. Wow. Oh, this week has gone so fast. So thanks for viewing. Be kind to someone today. Take care. And I will see you next time.